If you've been arrested for DUI, there's a good chance that you were asked by the officer to perform a series of field sobriety tests. Back in the 1970s and early 80s, NHTSA, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, spent hundreds of thousands, probably into the millions of dollars, studying and researching field sobriety tests in order to give officers across the country a consistent way to determine whether or not drivers should be arrested and prosecuted for DUI. Their research resulted in the creation of the very first DUI detection and standardized field sobriety testing manuals. Every police officer in the United States is trained to perform field sobriety tests pursuant to the NHTSA standards, pursuant to this manual. The attorneys in our office have all completed both the student field sobriety testing course, and I myself have actually completed a field sobriety test instructor's course. The three field sobriety tests referred to as the standardized field sobriety tests are: first, the horizontal gaze nystagmus, the follow the pen or the finger test. The second test is the walk and turn. Walk 9 steps, turn around, and 9 steps back. The final test is what's referred to as the one-leg stand, lifting up your foot 6 inches off the ground, pointing the toe, counting out loud 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000 until the officer tells you to stop. These field sobriety tests must be performed pursuant to the NHTSA standards. Each one of these field sobriety tests have standardized clues. On the horizontal gaze nystagmus, there are 6 clues, the walk and turn has 8 clues, and the one-leg stand has 4 clues. Now, not everybody is an appropriate candidate for field sobriety tests. Due to age, weight, height, illness, or other factors may make it virtually impossible for an individual to perform field sobriety tests in the manner in which the officer would like to have them performed. As a general rule, there are 3 ways in which we challenge field sobriety tests and whether or not they're a good indicator of whether or not the individual is safe to be operating a vehicle. First is conditions. Now, that may include the environmental conditions under which the tests are being done. It may also include a medical or physical condition being suffered by our client. Second is whether or not the officer gave proper instructions. Without proper instructions, the officer certainly can't expect you to do the tests according to the NHTSA standards. Third is scoring. Whether or not the officer knows the standardized clues, how to count those clues, and how to score your performance. A thorough review of the police report, as well as any videotape, and even most importantly, cross-examination of the officer will reveal whether or not the officer administered the field sobriety test properly.